Fortune cookies are a tradition in Chinese-American restaurants. Bakers make about 3 billion fortune cookies every year in almost every country except China. They were once introduced in China as genuine American fortune cookies, but met disinterest and low sales. So why do we call them Chinese fortune cookies? Where are they from? And why are they related to Japan, the Mongol Empire, and California? Put your guess in the comments below and we'll take a bite out of this story. There are many legends about where fortune cookies come from. Some say Chinese people created them in the 14th century when the Mongol Empire occupied China. They had written notes in mooncakes with the date of the revolution. Centuries later in the US, Chinese immigrants didn't have mooncakes to celebrate the Moon Festival, so they produced fortune cookies instead. There's also the story of David Yung, a Chinese immigrant and the founder of the Hong Kong Noodle Company in Los Angeles. This legend claims he invented the fortune cookie in 1918. Both stories have some validity, but the most likely theory says fortune cookies are originally from Japan. 19th century Japanese illustrations depict similar treats called Tsujiura Senbei. And in Kyoto, you can still buy traditional handmade Tsujiura Senbei. Bakers use iron molds to grill the dough. Then they fold the small waffles into a curve shape and slip small papers into the cookies. But these are not the same as the American fortune cookie. Tsujiura Senbei are bigger and darker because their batter includes sesame and miso instead of vanilla and butter. And you can see the fortune sticking out of the cookies, so no one eats the paper by mistake, like I did one time. But how have they become a staple in the US? Some Japanese families brought Tsujiura Senbei when they immigrated to California in the 1910s. The Fugetsudo and the Benkyudo bakeries of San Francisco used the traditional black iron grills to bake their fortune cookies. But researchers are not sure why Chinese restaurants started serving fortune cookies. It was probably a result of fusing food traditions. Many Japanese immigrants couldn't open authentic Japanese restaurants because Americans didn't like raw fish. The immigrants were more successful in operating Chinese restaurants. But Chinese cuisine isn't known for its desserts, and American diners expect something sweet at the end of their meal. So the Japanese owners of Chinese restaurants started serving the now famous fortune cookie with the bill. Then tragedy struck. During World War II, anti-Japanese hostility ran high, and Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered the internment of Japanese Americans. Their businesses, bakeries, and restaurants shut down. Savvy Chinese-American entrepreneurs began producing fortune cookies. The cookie's popularity continued growing. Now, hosts serve them at wedding dinners, birthdays, and company parties. They even come in different flavors and colors. Their messages often include recommended lottery numbers, jokes, and smiley faces. So the authentic fortune cookies did come from Japan. And you'll need to eat the cookie for your fortune to come true. Instant ramen came from Japan as well, and it wasn't a cheap meal when it was first introduced. So how has it become a staple for American college students? We'll see that story in another episode of Origins of Food.